Good evening. Here is the world news from BGI TV, Babagide Imo TV. Another beautiful time to tell you what the world is talking about concerning the news around the world. I am yours faithfully, Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. Ondo, pastor rapes 5 months pregnant woman during deliverance. Oshun, police parade man who bought car for 2,650 naira. Group protest against incessant killings in the north. Insecurity, escalated killings, kidnapping, signs of government's failure. Bandits kill kidnapped Ecwa church pastor. 78 Nigerian students arrive Russia on scholarship, embassy says. Ghana to vaccinate returning travelers on arrival. And more to come from foreign. At least 50 dead in Kentucky as storms batter US. And finally, sport news. Brentford versus Watford. Dennis scores again as Truth Ekong's mistake cost them the loss. Now the news in details. A popular broadcaster, also a well-known pastor in the Celestial Church of Christ, CCC, has been arrested for allegedly raping a 5 months pregnant lady. The pastor, Benga Filani, allegedly forcefully had carnal knowledge of the 19-year-old pregnant lady inside his church, where the victim had come for prayers and deliverance. Filani, a presenter of a popular program, Owie, in the States, was accused by the victim of using his manhood to apply anointed oil inside her private parts. The pastor, who is currently being held at the Criminal Investigation Department of the Police Headquarters in Batoro Road in Akure, was arrested after the lady complained of a strange situation with her pregnancy following the acts. Narrating her ordeal at the police headquarters, the victim said the popular pastor used anointing oil to rub her private parts before he dipped his manhood. He dipped his middle finger with oil into my private part, as said by the lady. My baby is vertically instead of being horizontal. He would put oil in my private part and would help me insert it with private part so that the oil would go into the baby. He rubbed oil on his private part and asked me to open my legs. He then had sex with me. He said he was not supposed to do it, but helped me because my husband was not around. The Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO in the States, DSP Fumilayo Odulami, confirmed the arrest of the broadcaster. The Osun State Police Command has paraded a 27-year-old Abdulaziz Tunde Ibrahim for swindling a car dealer and paying the sum of 2,650 naira for a Toyota Camry valued at 2 million naira in Osogbo. The Osun State Commissioner of Police, Olawale Olokode, while addressing journalists, said immediately the case was reported to the command by a car dealer, Kazim Ogunjobi. Detectives swung into action and the Toyota Camry car was recovered in a painter's workshop in Ecwa. Olokode said the shop belonged to one Olayinka Bashiru and that he was already changing the color of the car from green to gold as he was instructed by Abdulaziz. The Osun Police Boss, however, stated that the suspect will be charged to court after the completion of the investigation into the case. Abdulaziz, while being paraded by the police command on Friday, also disclosed that on Saturday, November 26, he met a car dealer and after negotiating the price of a Toyota Camry car, arrived at an agreed sum of 2.5 million naira. The suspect also revealed that he later transferred the sum of 2,650 naira to his first bank account of the car dealer. According to him, unknowingly to him, he gave me the documents of the car and I left. A group of northern youth under the umbrella of Concerned Northern Nigerian Group CNNG on Friday protested against the incessant threats of insecurity resulting in the loss of lives and property in the region. The protesters demanded an immediate end to the killings and destruction of properties going on in the region. They also condemned the gruesome killing of over 40 innocent bus passengers at Gidambawa village in Sokoto State by terrorists. One of the leaders of the group, Zainab Ahmed, while briefing newsmen, noted that the northern part of Nigeria was bleeding owing to the incessant killings of innocent souls that go about looking for their means of livelihood in the region. She added that they are here to tell the government to secure their lives, saying that they bury hundreds of people on a daily basis, yet there is no action, not even sorry from their leaders. According to her, they are protesting because they are hungry. As students of Baba Buhari, they feel that he has neglected them. She called on their followers to vote for Buhari in 2019 for the next level, and this next level is killing them, stressing that they are dying as it is not what they voted for. The coalition of northern Nigerians, the coalition of northern groups, CNJ, on Thursday condemned the escalation of attacks and killing by terrorists in northern communities, saying that it confirmed the failure of the federal and state governments to secure the lives and properties of Nigerians. The organization observed that the recent roasting to death of 23 travelers at Anguwa in Sabon Birni Council of Sokoto State by bandits, the attack of Ecwa in the northeast, and the unabated phenomenon of banditry along Abuja-Kaduna highway, as well as school abductions, have exposed the helplessness of the government. It warned that a further escalation of security challenges bedeviling the north today would pose existential threat not only to the region but to the whole nation. The CNJ spokesman Abdulaziz Suleiman, who expressed the views of the group, stated this while briefing journalists in Abuja. According to him, the government's slow response to killings suggested that it was not disturbed by the loss of the lives of its citizens. Suleiman added, the coalition of northern groups, CNG, is agitated by the recent unchecked escalation of attacks and killings across northern Nigerian communities, cities, towns, and highways that has literally exposed the entire region to the mercy of Boko Haram, ISWAP insurgents in the northeast, and ruthless banditry and kidnapping rings the northwest and north central. Still on the banditry rocking the nation, and the story has it, bandits have finally killed Reverend Dauda Bature, pastor of Ecwa Church, Nariya, Kaduna State, who was kidnapped in his farm. Reverend Joseph John Ayap, Vice President, Northern State and Abuja of the Christian Association of Nigeria CAN, told journalists that late Reverend Dauda Bature was kidnapped on the 8th of November 2021 by the bandits while he was on his farm, not far from the Rigasa train station in Kaduna State. The bandit later demanded for ransom, and Reverend Dauda's wife took the ransom and delivered to the bandits. The kidnapped are two, I have said, on the 18th of November. The bandit released the wife and a few days later killed the husband. Reverend Joseph John Ayab, who is also the chairman of CAN in Kaduna State, appealed to the security agent to double their effort in the protection of life and property, insisting that collecting ransom and going ahead to kill the victim is an inhuman act that must be condemned. Now, foreign story. 78 Nigerians who are on scholarship to study various courses have arrived in Russia, the Nigerian embassy in Moscow has said. The students who are part of the second batch of the 2020-2021 academic year scholarship under the Russia-Nigeria Bilateral Education Agreement BEA arrived Vnukovo International Airport on December 6th, a statement issued by the embassy said. The 32 scholars, accompanied by 2 officials of the Federal Scholarship Board, FSB, were received by officials of the Nigerian Embassy in Moscow. The first set of 46 students had earlier arrived on the 22nd November 2021, accompanied by officials of the Federal Scholarship Board, FSP, Abuja. The students are currently undergoing mandatory language courses at the various universities in Russia, the statement said. Still on foreign story regarding the Omicron vaccination going around the world, Ghana will from Monday vaccinate returning citizens and residents against COVID-19 upon arrival at the airport if they have not received the jab. Ghana's Health Service Director General Patrick Kuma Abuagwe disclosed this on Friday amid concerns over low take-up of vaccination. This is a public health authorities in the country introduced new travel guidelines requiring visitors to show proof of vaccination against COVID-19 from next week. Under new rules coming into effect from midnight on Sunday, travelers will be required to provide evidence of full vaccination, Kuma Abuagwe said. All Ghanaians traveling out of the country are to be fully vaccinated, he added in a statement late Thursday. The West African nation had administered just over 5.7 million doses and various cases of low. Unvaccinated Ghanaians and residents currently outside the country who intend to return within 14 days of the deadline will still be allowed in the country. At least 50 people were dead after a tornado ripped through the southeastern U.S. state of Kentucky, its governor told reporters, as storms ravaged large swaths of the country. Several counties in Kentucky were devastated, with the strongest tornado tearing 200 miles through the state, Governor Andy Beshear said. I feel that there are more than 50 dead, probably closer to somewhere between 70 and 100. It devastated, he said. Adding this was the most severe tornado event in Kentucky's history. The governor said a roof collapse at a candle factory resulted in mass casualties in the city of Mayfield. Before midnight, at the declared state of emergency, Beshear said, the tornado came as storms wreaked havoc in multiple U.S. states. A storm earlier tore through a massive Amazon warehouse in the U.S. state of Illinois on Friday, officials said, with local media reporting around 100 workers trapped inside. And finally, sports story. Watford manager Claudio Ranieri said his side have to learn to battle for their place in the Premier League after conceding twice in the final 6 minutes to lose 2-1 at Brentford on Friday. Ranieri's men were heading 6 points clear of the relegation zone thanks to an Emmanuel Dennis header midway through the first half. But they failed to hold out as Watford slipped to a 6th defeat in 7 league games. It is a missed opportunity, said Ranieri, who knew it was an important game. The Brentford team were ready for the battle and some of my players weren't. Every situation is a fight and we have to be smarter. Brentford were still missing talismanic striker Ivan Toney due to a positive test for coronavirus, but the Bees turned the game around in a dramatic finale. Captain Pontus Johnson powered home a header for his first goal for the club from Marcus Fox flick on. That was the news from BGI TV, but before we go, a quick retake of the headlines once again. Ondo, pastor rapes 5-month pregnant woman during deliverance. Oshun, police parade man who bought car for 2,650 naira. Group protest against incessant killings in the north. We also brought to you concerning insecurity, escalated killings, kidnapping, signs of government failure. Also, bandits kidnap Ecwa church pastor. 78 Nigerian students arrive Russia on scholarship, embassy says. And to more of the foreign news which we brought to you, Ghana to vaccinate returning travelers on arrival. At least 50 dead in Kentucky as storms batter U.S. And finally, as we also say concerning sports story, Brentford versus Watford, Dennis scores again as Truth Econ's mistake caused the loss. Thank you for watching. We appreciate for always being there for our broadcast as soon as it drops online. You can link up through social media handles which you have already known, or for new viewers who want to be part of our subscribers on YouTube, Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates of our broadcasts. And on Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for you to receive the updates every time. And on Instagram, @BagedeImo_22. For advert placement of your goods and services and products, or coverage of event, functions, and gathering which you want to go viral, the phone number to call is 070-3822-6160. Thank you for being there as a fan of the BGI TV crew. We appreciate it. It's a weekend, and I pray will forever remain healthy and secure by God's grace. I am yours faithfully, Morire Rebi Lalawa.